weeks go on, we're only going to see that much better competition, but it doesn't get better than this tonight. Syrup versus Jakal, the old guard versus the new guard here, and a matchup that many have been waiting to see all night.
Yeah, like we mentioned, Syrup, up-and-coming player, only 13 years old, attending his first offline tournament, and Jakal, at one point, was that young kid, and already, unfortunately, dire straits for Jakal as he loses that stock.
Where did the time go, Koopa?
Right yeah, listen, man, it's been a long, however many years it's been, but yeah, listen, excellent stuff right there from Syrup. Getting out the gates early here, but Jakal, not letting that deter him, getting right back to work here.
Notice that the big number next to Wolf that says 0. Ever since, well, never mind. But I was gonna say, ever since that first stock was lost, Jakal was on a mission and quickly was racking up that damage and taking that first stock from Syrup. You can, no matter how hot of a start you have, you're still up against one of the best in all of Tri-State, and the tide will turn so quick. And the tide has turned very quick.
Yeah, Jakal having kind of a rough go getting away from these PK fires to the ledge here. So I'm trying to get, the horizontal angle, but not high enough to snap the ledge right there. So, Syrup getting a couple of very early stocks here. Jakal's been forced to play off the back foot a lot, but unfortunately for Jakal, his ledge trapping is what's kept him in the game right now. As Ness having only so many options to get back to the ledge. It can make it really easy to tee off on him when he's coming back.
Now, we talked about in both of these players' matches before that their character excels at advantage, and this is true for both of these guys. But in this case, wow, the up B just killing off the side. But Koopa, in this case, who do you think excels the most at being in disadvantage in this state? Who do you think has the better chance of getting out of that disadvantage between these two?
It's definitely going to be difficult. Obviously Wolf having these very oppressive aerials to deal with, but also, Ness having a lot of stuff to, stall his movement and move him out of the way, but does not matter those as in that instance as, Syrup almost getting, the touch of death right there.
Oh my God.
Oh, brother.
Did the same thing in his last match in that winner's semis right now. Almost fell for it, but Jakal, just again, we've talked about it. He's been here for years. He knows this game inside and out. He knows what to expect here. Wow, just made it back.
No. Yeah, unfortunate for him, Wolf. F-tilt not working right there, and a bit of spaghetti coming up from both sides. Jakal wisely stalled his recovery, just enough, but, the regular get-up, not the optimal choice right there. Is a down smash. We'll take that stock, and Jakal looking a little got sucker punched a bit there. Again, two of those stocks got dropped very, very early due to some odd PK fire shenanigans at the ledge. So curious to see how Jakal responds to that. But listen, if you're Syrup, that's exactly the sort of start you're looking for. Especially on paper, people will tell you that, hey, this is the higher seeded player. They're probably supposed to win here, but they made it just had just as strong as a bracket run. So Pokemon Stadium 2 will be the stage choice here. Let's see how it'll shake out here for Jakal and his counter pick.
And we kind of mentioned in the last one December finals match with Jakal, we're talking about a guy here who has not played in over a year other than just like friendlies and little practice sessions with himself and maybe one or two other people. We're talking now about a younger player in Syrup who has entered multiple events in like every week for over a year. And like, yes, you talk about that difference between online and offline, but how much does that practice come into play here? How much does that fact that you've now seen more players throughout the world than this top player in the region in over a year? Like, that comes into play heavily.
Yeah, there's definitely aspects of it that are going to be difficult. You're obviously, your muscle memory is probably going to be a little bit more warm if you're Syrup, but at the same time, Wolf is a character that benefits very well off ledge trap reactions. Not necessarily something that's the easiest to do in the Wi-Fi setting. And you see Jakal right there able to right the ship with a nice dash attack to take that first stock. So now Syrup once again responding nicely.
Yeah, we've seen Syrup just really find his stride in making the best of the worst situations. Just missing with that down smash there. Or up smash, I believe that was, sorry. But just great play now coming out. Taking that stock is Syrup, and we're kind of back to a tied game a little bit, and this all comes down to, as I said in the last game, who takes advantage first? Who's going to rack up that 60 to 80 like it's nothing real quick? Because whichever one does it will determine how this next stock comes out.
Yeah, punish game is definitely something that I might be more in the hat of Ness, but like, there are these stretches where Wolf can rack up a lot of damage very, very nicely. You see Jakal doing a great job, keeping Ness in disadvantage. 4 up airs in a row. Syrup cannot find the ground.
And unlike the last game against Beast, we're not seeing a lot of the neutral B come out because we know Jakal understands that it's not really going to work here against a character like Ness. Jakal is keeping this up close and personal throughout this entire set, and we can see it benefiting him a lot here as he now goes up 1 stock, and he's ready to take this thing to game 3 if Syrup doesn't have pull a rabbit out of that little sideways cap here.
Yeah, and doing, again, nice job of doing so. 80% on a space animal is definitely in the danger zone if you're Jakal. Gonna get caught by the down smash, but that F smash I'm sure was misplaced. Probably meant to just run off the stage and maybe forward or back. My goodness, nice stretch right there from Jakal as Syrup probably reeling a bit right now. He's been opened up to on a 90% string.
Oh my god, clashing with the up smash is the neutral air falling from Jakal. But right now, 100% versus 0. Does Syrup have what it takes here to bring back this gigantic deficit? Right now, these PK fires are what we saw in game 1. It was really the death of Jakal here. It has to be really well spaced out here.
Yeah, and it is Fusion, so it is still a best of 3. So Jakal definitely has to be on his P's and Q's here to avoid, losing. As Ness's punish game, like you mentioned, is one of the calling cards of this character and, Syrup in general. So,
oh my god, the offstage options coming out from Syrup are insane. But that forward tilt, man, that tilted forward tilt is dangerous at ledge for regrabbing. And Jakal tying this game up. Next game win will move on to the grand finals winner side for Fusion 76. But it has been a phenomenal set so far, and it's kind of played out how we thought it would. That whoever kind of takes that first advantage kind of takes it towards the end.
Yeah, sometimes you'll see Ness do that a lot, where he'll regrab the ledge and try to use the PK Thunder as sort of a bodyguard to try to get away with that. But Jakal just wisely reacting to that holding shield and F tilt when it works. It's definitely a very potent move. But wow, nice exchange right there from Jakal as both players on game point right now.
Yeah, right now Syrup just throwing out these aerials, trying to find something. I mean, it's one of the best. It's some of the best moves in all of Ness's arsenal. These aerials are kind of insane. Not the exchange I expected, but we'll take it.
Yeah, it is a factor you have to account for. When fighting against Wolf, he can always poke through the bottom of the stage with Wolf Flash, and if he's facing the opposite direction, you're gonna get sent into the next dimension. So great stuff from Jakal to hold that feather in his cap until game 3.
Using that down B again. The neutral B kind of just inconsequential here for Jakal, and we're tied once again. 0% apiece, 2 stock. Jakal getting the first hit in, but not really able to extend anything from it. But now we're seeing Syrup coming in, just extending these combos left and right here, racking up a quick 50% onto Jakal.
Yeah, listen, any sort of damage, when you're a space animal, has to be, greatly considered dangerous as Jakal, once again back on the offensive. But both these guys doing a great job, not letting either one's lead extend further out. Oh no, the side V spike will connect. So Jakal getting the tiebreaker right there, and now has Syrup on his winner's bracket stock.
What does Syrup need to do here? He needs to take this last stock, but Jakal really not giving him the room. But there's that landing and the back throw, taking that stock, and this is anyone's game for the winner's final here. This is completely up to chance here who takes this. This is anyone's final game, but we're seeing Jakal rack up that quick 82% onto Syrup. Syrup not really able to land anything right now.
Yeah, like we've been talking about, Wolf Snare is just so good, man.
Let's go.
That's it. That's
Oh
it.
no, not like this. Wow.
What an ending.
Wow.
Chasing
Excellent
him,
stuff right there.
chasing him off the stage and baiting out the air dodge and just getting the down air off the attempted recovery. Too far down already. Just insult to injury there coming out. And what a display in that final stock coming out from Syrup. Unexpected ending there, especially with the way it ended, but incredible play nonetheless.
Yeah, an excellent reversal there from Syrup, like we mentioned. Jakal was definitely, fishing for that nair into the dash attack follow up, and then getting caught, jumping back out of the corner. All it took was just one simple exchange right there, and that's something if you watch any of Syrup sets, their punish game is nothing to scoff at.